It is a beautiful Wednesday evening in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as we kick off our second game of our doubleheader here to begin Week 10 in MLS Next Pro. Minnesota United FC2 hosting their second home match of the season against the LA Galaxy 2 on MLSNextPro.com. We thank you for joining us. My name is Danny Wall, and this matchup features two Western Conference matchups trying to work their way up the standings. Currently, Minnesota United FC2 with 13 points coming off of 10 days rest, sitting at 3-2-3 on the season. And the LA Galaxy, a much-needed win on Sunday against the Portland Timbers 2. They got 3 points now at 8, looking to add 3 more here in this midweek matchup against Minnesota United. And as we prepare for this Western Conference matchup, a look at some of the starters for both sides, as this is going to be the second all-time matchup between Minnesota United FC2 and LA Galaxy 2 all-time and this season. Both these two teams faced off against each other back in April. And Minnesota United FC2, a 2-1 win over the Galaxy, trying to remain consistent. And as we get ready, first look at the starting 11 for the home Minnesota United FC2. Exciting back line led by Devin Paddleford, CC Uche, Britton Fisher, and Mikael Marquez. Fred Emmings has started every game between the pipes for the Loons this season. Look at the midfielders, Roy O'Driscoll, Cedric Gibo, and Jesse Kahn. And leading in the forward, Emmanuel Iwe, Diego Pacheco, and the striker, Cameron Lacey, who is making his first start on the year, second game overall, after being signed to a contract back on May 12th. Now for the visiting LA Galaxy 2, a late scratch, making some adjustments in their lineup for this game. Simon Gilson making a start in between the pipes. Keep an eye out for Adrian Gonzalez, the right back, along with Asel Isenga, Javier Zapian, and Elijah Amadine. And keep an eye out for Adrian Bibu, the striker up front, leading the way. In the midfielders, Brandon Tellez, Juan Calderon is also making a start, as the right wing. And Adam Saldonia will be leading the midfielders, led by Marcelo Sarvis in his second year with the program. First full season. And the players are ready to get things started. Minnesota United FC2, 3-2-3 on the year. Well rested, 10 days of rest, but trying to get back in the win column, losing against Tacoma. And penalty kicks 4-2 after a high-scoring regulation match. It was 4-4 going into the penalty kicks. LA Galaxy 2 picking up their second win of the year back on Sunday. 2-6-1, a big 2-0 win over the Portland Timbers, trying to remain consistent. And we are underway in Minnesota at the National Sports Center. A beautiful Wednesday evening, 67 degrees, and temperature will continue to drop to the low 60s throughout this game. As you see, LA Galaxy in their visiting white kits with Simon Gilson in neon green. No foul called there for United. There's our first whistle. And Minnesota United FC2 in their home gray kits with Fred Emmings wearing orange. Our officials for this game, Greg Dobka, Melissa Gonzalez, Eric Wood, and Brian Wood. And it appears that Brendan Tellez seems to be okay. Possession will stay with LA Galaxy 2. We spoke with head coach Marcelo Sarvis. He mentioned that over the course of this season, there have been a ton of games that could have been won or lost, but the big difference in Sunday's win is that they were able to score first and give the team some room to work and play. And that was really big throughout, and as this team continues to get better and better throughout the season, led by a lot of youth. They had 7 players from the academy that was in the starting 11 on Sunday. See the pass from Adrian Gonzalez leading the back line. Here's a steal by Minnesota United. Emmanuel Iwe trying to get through. Adam Saldonia on the stop there for the Galaxy. Now on the near side, Gonzalez leading the charge. Alex Akala sends it back. Expect this Galaxy 2 team to be very selective, but also making sure they can push up the pace, knowing that one of the key players that they have to keep an eye on for Minnesota United is Diogo Pacheco, who is second in MLS Next Pro in goals. There's a steal by United. So the Loons will reset in their back line. In the opening minutes, CC Uche sends it over to Britton Fisher. Now a pass downfield, looking for Cameron Lacey, making his first start, second game overall. Chance for the United to attack. And a good defensive stop there by Tellez. And Minnesota running a 4-3-3 offensive set. And for the LA Galaxy, it's going to start out as a 4-3-3, but it's going to drop into a 4-2-3-1. We're also going to have center mids, attacking and defensive mids, being able to hold things up with Aaron Bibu as a striker. Gonzalez into the back line. Jesse Kahn threatening, and there's another foul. A good midweek Western Conference matchup as both teams on the outside looking in. As we saw in the standings to start this broadcast, Minnesota United currently 9th, and the Galaxy threatening here on the near side. It's Akala. Akala crossing inside, and just too far for the intended target. So we haven't seen much action inside the 18s until just now. So we begin entering the 5th minute here. Long pass downfield. Chance for Minnesota United inside the 18. Here's a shot, and that is off the crossbar. Headed again, and the Galaxy got to get it out of play fast, and they do. What a first shot by the Loons. Almost got one through, but just hit the top of the crossbar. Here's a second chance, and that one goes wide right. And that time, the second shot for the Loons. Diogo Pacheco on the second time. First time was Cameron Lacey. Got a great touch pass in. And man, a few inches below would have gone in. And then you see Pacheco, it's a beautiful left foot, just a little bit wide right. But already you're seeing the Loons be aggressive here in the opening minutes. And that's going to be offsides for LA Galaxy 2. Minnesota United, led by Cameron Knowles, and touched on that last matchup against Tacoma Defiance. It was a really good start to the season, and it's unique when you have a start to the season when you play your first 6 games on the road. Renovations were being made to the National Sports Center, forcing the Loons to start the first month and some change on the road. But that's going to build up adversity and toughness for this team, especially when they get some more home matchups down the stretch this season. Just the second home matchup of the year for Minnesota United FC2. Galaxy working from the back line. Going to their left back and Elijah Amadine. They will go back. Javier Zapian making the late stretch starting today. Now here is Aseli Singa with the pass up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez touch pass, looking for a man. Does he have one? No, and the goalkeeper, Fred Emmings, for the Loons, making its way up. The possession will stay with the Galaxy. Be a throw in from the side. It'll be Gonzalez. Gonzalez, 19-year-old from Santa Rosa, California, on the throw. Gonzalez inside. Back out to Saldonia. Asinga surveying the field. Good patience here from the Galaxy 2. Gonzalez. Two-man action here. We're here in Blaine, Minnesota, just outside of Minneapolis. Second home matchup of the year for the Loons. Free kick. The Loons not pressing. Triangle passing. And now we see some pressure from Minnesota United, sending the Galaxy back. In the Galaxy's 2-0 win over the Portland Timbers 2, both of their goals were scored early in the first half. Pass is too long, another offsides call for the Galaxy 2. One of the two goals that were scored by the Galaxy in that win by their academy player, Ruben Ramos Jr., just 16 years old, being able to score that first goal, then Alex Alcala scoring the second. Long pass downfield, and that will roll, or rather will stay in the corner. Galaxy trying to get out of harm's way, and they do. The Loons threatening, looking for a steal. Will they get one? No, Alcala on the outside, now a burst of speed. Nice pass. And it's going to be Alex Picasso on the cross, his shot. Oh, great save, no, goal! The Galaxy with the first goal, and it's 1-0. So similar to Sunday against the Portland Timbers in the opening minutes, attacking early. It was a great pass from Picasso. And what a strike on the recoil there at the very end. And that's what Marcelo Sarvis wanted to see from this Galaxy 2 team. More aggression in the opening minutes, and similar to Sunday when Ramos scored in the 11th minute. So 1-0 early in the first half for Galaxy 2. And scoring that goal, who else but the striker Aaron Bibu? A chance for the Loons to answer back a counterattack, and that rolls out of play. So Aaron Bibu, 18 years old, making his 10th consecutive start this season, stayed with it in the danger zone, off the recoil, off the great deflection by Fred Emmings. I mean, Emmings has to be feeling good. He was feeling good entering this game, but so now how will the Loons respond? There's one way, trying to go for a steal, but a foul. And a correction. Initially, the goal was given to Bibu, but now it is given to Juan Calderon, who made a late scratch into the lineup, making his third start on the year, and there's a foul, a player down for Minnesota United FC2. So free kick for the Loons. Plenty of space here. Rory O'Driscoll, 23-year-old, signed early in March. And rather O'Driscoll now, a pass inside the 18 on the near side, intended for Devin Paddleford, but it goes out of play. There you see Calderon, 19-year-old, making his third start, first professional goal this season. It's got to feel good. Now the Galaxy with plenty of room to work. No pressure now for 1-0 lead. Here's a steal, almost a steal by Emmanuel Iwe. Iwe has it on the near side. Poked loose, and the Loons will keep. Paddleford deflected out of bounds. The Loons working from their back line. Now pushing it across midfield. The top of the box. Inside the 18. Shot. Not strong enough. First corner kick of the evening for Minnesota United FC2. The corner and great header out of harm's way by the Galaxy 2. Paddleford maintains possession, turns, crosses, and knocked out of play. Almost kept in by Axel Picasso. You see here again, Paddleford. Nobody was really in position to take a shot inside the box. However, plenty of time here for MNUFC2, excuse me. Near side. Paddleford kicks it back out. Cedric Gibo. Now O'Driscoll gets tripped up, and there's a foul. And Aaron Bibu will get a yellow card.
Yellow card caution issued LA Galaxy 2, number 73, Aaron Bibu, in the 16th minute.
So another look here. You see O'Driscoll was trying to get by, but that right foot stuck out by Bibu. It'll be his third yellow card of the season. And good field positioning for the Loons. So Bibu has to be careful. Bibu is the Galaxy's leader in goals this season with 4, and also tied with Adrian Gonzalez with 2 assists. So O'Driscoll will take the free kick. Inside, another header out of play. Good defense by the Galaxy. Long shot goes wide right. O'Driscoll, who went the college route, spent 4 years at the University of New Hampshire. A laser in, but once again, great defensive play inside the 18 by the G2. Second corner kick. Entering the 17th minute. 1-0, LA Galaxy 2, off the goal by Juan Calderon, the attacking center mid. Here's the corner, and how about the equalizer by the Loons? Just like that, we're tied at 1 early in the first half. What a shot and answer off the corner kick by Minnesota United FC2. Take another look. There's the corner, and I believe that was just off the head of either Britton Fisher or Jesse Kahn. But nonetheless, what a way to answer back if you're the Loons. They have been in a couple of shootouts this season, and the goal will be given to Britton Fisher. So in the 18th minute, Britton Fisher, first goal of the season, signed a 2-year Next Pro contract back in February, coming over from North Carolina FC, played 30 games there in 2 seasons. So now that we're all square, it'll be interesting to see how the LA Galaxy 2 team continues to produce here in the first half. They spent a couple of minutes playing keep away, just making good, crisp passes, but then the Loons started to threaten. Got a good steal, got a corner kick or two, and just set up in perfect position. Galaxy working towards the back line. Now across midfield. Singa over to Gonzalez. Chance for the Loons again on the outside. Now inside, Cameron Lacey blocked. Gilson with the save. Well, that time, Simon Gilson, the Galaxy goalkeeper, ready on that attack by Lacey. Third corner kick for the Loons. Number 1 was unsuccessful. Number 2 got a goal by Fisher. Let's see what number 3 can do here in the 21st minute. Nobody home. Can the Loons keep it in play? No. Won't get there in time. So a 1-1 tie here in Blaine, Minnesota. This broadcast is presented by Alina Health, official healthcare provider of MNUFC2. Galaxy will throw it in. Gonzalez can't get past Jesse Kahn. Will it be a corner? It will not. Possession Galaxy. Gilson wasting no time. Wants his players to get set. Galaxy head coach Marcelo Sarvis talked about how defense is a commitment everywhere around. And we have seen this defense make some good stops in the first half, a couple of headers on some free kicks by Minnesota United. And really dealt with a big offensive onslaught from the Portland Timbers 2 on Sunday. Even though the Galaxy led 2-0 in the first half, that second half saw a lot of attacking from the Timbers. And it was an instance that Coach Sarvis said that this team needed to address and fix. we'll see how that plays out through the rest of this first half and the second half of this match. As both teams vying for 3 points. Ball dropped in midfield. The Galaxy have it. Pushing the tempo on the far side. And there's going to be a foul. Possession Loons. Send back to Emmings. Some pressure there as the Galaxy trying to get one on CC Uche. Long pass downfield. Had a man in Iwe. Iwe trying to get through inside the 18. The Galaxy get it right back. Uche. At midfield. O'Driscoll. Nice pass on the far side. Passing near side off the head of a Galaxy player was intended for Devin Paddleford. We haven't seen much of Diogo Pacheco offensively for the Loons. Second in MLS Next Pro with 6 goals on the year. Best believe the Loons want to get him going at some point in this match. Saw some aggressiveness in the opening minutes, but since then, some different players finding openings. Asenga. They send it back, and now they'll reset to Gilson. Gilson gets that ball to midfield. Galaxy trying to hang on, stolen away, and there is Pacheco retrieving possession for the Loons and gets it back to Uche. On the near side, crossing past midfield, Jibo loses it, fight for possession. No whistle. Paddleford. Touch pass up front. Iwe. Stolen by Gonzalez. Out of play. Possession sticks with the Loons. Minnesota trying the best they can to work into the attacking third. It'll result in another corner kick, this time from the near side. "25 minutes have gone by in this first half. The corner, opening, kicked away by the Galaxy. The Loons have it, trying to keep possession, and they do. Paddleford, touch pass inside the 18, knocked away by the Galaxy too. G2 on the move. Look at the maintained possession. Mikel Marquez in the mix, and it will be possession Loons. So nowhere to go that time. Did not get far from the Galaxy. As this match is one of the 2 games of our doubleheader to kick off Week 10 in MLS Next Pro. There's a foul. Loons will keep and may have started too soon. First goal of this game scored by Juan Calderon for the Galaxy 2 in the 10th minute. And the Loons found an equalizer with Britton Fisher, and Diogo Pacheco has officially been given the assist on that goal by Fisher. So Pacheco, his 3rd assist on the year, now leading the team. Long pass, looking for Eway. Kept in play in the corner. Gonzalez on the steal, in the tackle. Eway is down. Eway still down. So Eway walking with the trainer, Emmanuel Eway, 22-year-old from Nigeria, making it a 7 start, seems to be okay, and will stay in. The Loons still looking to take the lead after finding the equalizer midway through the first. Stolen by Galaxy 2. Bibu. Eway now unsuccessful. The big question is who will take the momentum as we're inside the 18 and kicked away by Gilson. Loons will reset, go into their back line. Fisher. Downfield. Loons keep. O'Driscoll. Send it back out. It's good defense here by the Galaxy 2. Not letting anything get by. Kahn had some trouble, tried to save possession for the Loons. Galaxy 2 has it. Tellez. Now outside the Alcala. Alcala towards midfield. Pass was too far up front for Calderon. Uche on the deflection for MNUFC2. Side throw. The Loons on the move. Paddleford on the near side looking for Eway. Eway has space. Cross. Just off. Nobody in position for a shot. But you got to appreciate the Loons. That's what they've been looking for the last couple of minutes, trying to get Emmanuel Eway involved. Calderon. Nice pass upfield. Galaxy have a chance atop the 18. Bibu to Calderon. Calderon shot deflected. Stolen by Minnesota. Cameron Lacey will let that ball roll out of play, and the Loons will keep it. Good field position. These are two teams that, as we mentioned, desperately in need for 3 points to work their way into the top of the Western Conference standings. Minnesota currently at 9th, the Galaxy at 12th. There's a shot, and Gilson the save. That shot went a little bit wide right, but nonetheless, good protection by Gilson. Gilson going the college route as well. Spent 3 years at Loyola Chicago. Had 11 shutouts, 66 saves in his time there. And now after signing with the Galaxy in March of this year, has been the every game starter so far between the pipes. Galaxy waiting for an opening, now push it forward. On the far side, Alex Picasso, now to Elijah Amadine. And a foul. Correction, offsides. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a deep dive in recapping Huntsville City versus Crown Legacy. We'll also look at some scores and what happened in Week 9 in MLS Next Pro. This league in year 2 has done a tremendous job in creating the next set of players for the MLS. And already both teams have had some first-team players on the first team. And both first teams for the Galaxy and the Loons participating in yesterday's Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup round of 16. Minnesota United, unfortunately, a 4-0 loss to the Houston Dynamo. But the LA Galaxy, a big win over their inner-city rival in LAFC, will advance to the quarterfinals. We'll play either June 6th or June 7th. E-Way, a chance here for the Loons. On the far side, inside the 18, stolen away, no whistle. Second set of those Lamar Hunt round of 16 matches being played today. Paddleford gets it right back from Minnesota United. O'Driscoll. 3 white jerseys surrounding him. Great steal. Bibu. Now going back, working their way up. Tellez, now Gonzalez. Got to be careful here. Now they'll reset to Gilson. Calderon. Gonna send it back. Find Adam Saldonia. Calderon pushing up forward, going to the far side. It's all about just trying to find that right opening, working through your back line and then working through your midfielders. And this is the Galaxy team, as we mentioned, just days removed from their second win of the season over the Portland Timbers. And head coach Marcelo Sarvis said, you know, the main thing is just to get these players some good food and to rest and not practice as much to keep the legs fresh. That ball is sent out of play. Should mention the second matchup between Minnesota United FC2 and LA Galaxy 2. In the first matchup these two teams played, Minnesota would win 2-1 on the road. Both teams would score a goal in the opening minutes, so almost a similar situation here. There's a cross, and a shot, and it goes left. O'Driscoll trying to find an opening, keeping Gilson on his toes. See, Paddleford was on the cross. And off the deflection, off the header, excuse me. Tried to find the look. We have not seen any corner kicks from the Galaxy, but this is the 5th for Minnesota. On the near side, header, too strong. Jesse Kahn on the attack that time. Loons will try a second time. They lost in the shuffle, and it goes out of bounds. Eway was in the middle of everything, kind of slipped there at the end. This is the third consecutive corner kick from the Loons. You can't say they haven't been aggressive in the first half. They pretty much have been ever since the Galaxy scored that first goal of the game by Calderon. Will the third time be a charm? No. Now here comes the counter by the Galaxy 2. On the move, Alcala working towards the middle. Now goes near side wide. Back up to Saldonia. Axel Picasso looking for an angle to cross. Gets one shot, just goes right. What a rocket by Bibu. That was a great setup for Bibu inside. You take a look again, Picasso. It's great spacing, but Bibu with the right foot just off, and it went right. You also had Fred Emmings kind of playing close to the post there as well for the Loons. Now in the middle, Khan to Eway. Stolen by the Loons. Almost stolen by Marquez. Marquez defending now. And it will be possession Galaxy. It'll also be interesting to see how much extra time is added. The only real stoppage of play that we've had was when Eway went down on the near side in the attacking third. So the Galaxy will reset to their back line. Rotating over to Isenga. Resetting with Emmings. Fred Emmings, the goalkeeper for the Loons, have been pretty busy in the first half. Head coach Cameron Knowles said that Emmings had a lot more consistency this season compared to last year. We'll see what he does here. Or correction, Gilson. And now Eway. Driscoll, that ball goes out. Another corner kick. So we'll see how Gilson fares. It's been Gilson, excuse me, who's been pretty busy with the aggressiveness from the Loons. Here's another corner. And good stop there by the Galaxy D. Jibo back up top. Fisher, who scored the one goal for the Loons here in the first half. Inside O'Driscoll, now in the 18, knocked away by Isenga. He'll let it roll out. Minnesota has won the possession battle pretty much in the first half. They've taken a lot of time. That's taken so many corner kicks in this first half. There hasn't been many looks for the Galaxy, but when they get an opportunity, as we saw by Bibu, so close. The Loons trying to work their way inside the attacking third again. It's great defense from the Galaxy. Eway. He has been looking inside the 18. Cross, shot, right into the hands of Gilson. Right on target. into the hands. Eway has been looking for that cross throughout the half. Instead, cuts inside. And he had Jesse Kahn on the shot. Seven shots from Minnesota in the first half, just 3 for the Galaxy. And now the Galaxy on the move. Bibu goes to Calderon. Alcala going back and forth. The near side looking for Gonzalez. Stolen by Paddleford. That one ricocheted between a couple of Galaxy legs. Now Alcala out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez the cross and knocked away by Uche. Possession will stay with G2. So correction, 11 shots in the first half by Minnesota compared to the Galaxy's 4. But 7 of those 11 shots by the Loons have been inside the box. So they've found some looks throughout the first half, just unable to connect except for the one by Britton Fisher off the corner kick and the assist by Diogo Pacheco, excuse me. Entering the final minutes of this first half. Tied up at 1. Galaxy struck first. Juan Calderon, first goal of the year. Britton Fisher found the equalizer, his first goal of the year. And that's what it's all about. These players starting to work on the pathway to being a pro. You got to find your first goal and get it somewhere at some time, and we've seen it here today from these two players. Bobbled around and back to the Galaxy 2. Gonzalez across the center line. Can the Galaxy get one more goal before heading to the locker room? Here we go, Picasso. Surrounded by 3 defenders. Picasso, the cross, looking for Bibu. Shot blocked. Deflected by the Loons. Here comes the counter. Can they get there in time? No, the Galaxy have it. Gilson tried to launch it, doesn't get all of it. Chance for the Loons. Across the middle, shot into the hands of Gilson. Wow. Jesse Kahn had free space to take a shot and once again fires it to the hands of Gilson. You see Gilson didn't really get all of it. Then at the top of the box inside the 18, Kahn. So there is no stoppage time, so this will be the final minute, the final seconds rather, and that will do it. Halftime in Minnesota, tied at 1 between the Galaxy and MNUFC2. Our score at the half, 1-1. We'll have highlights and stats from our first half coming up. But first, let's look back at the historic night in Huntsville, Alabama. Last Friday, Huntsville City FC debuted a renovated stadium in their inaugural home match, and the dignitaries, along with a sellout crowd, were on hand to witness. Melissa Montaigne was there to bring us more.
We have history in Huntsville. Huntsville City FC with their first win in league history coming in their home opener at Wicks Family Field at Joe Davis Stadium. The fans were treated to a spectacle. They arrived early and earned their first win in club history.
This is slipped ahead, opening opportunity, and there it is! Jacob Williams scores for Crown Legacy. Back in for Leal, who cuts it back. It's Bolaños. Bolaños! That's it and that's all. Huntsville City in the win column. Their first ever win in their first ever home game.
The league's leaders were all here in Huntsville to witness one of the proudest moments in MLS Next Pro's young history.
You know, what we're calling the Huntsville models can be really important for us, and we have several teams that are looking at opportunities like this around the country. These fans now, you know, they're going to have their own hometown team. There's going to be synergies between what's happening here in Huntsville and in Nashville, obviously.
The rest of MLS is looking at this model, and I've had CEOs and presidents of other teams call me and say, you know, keep us posted, and we couldn't be happier with day one.
It's a beautiful stadium. There's a lot of fans. It's what every player loves. It's what you want. All the pressure, all the competition. So this is just an exceptional environment for players to grow, develop, and be the best versions of themselves.
To walk out, see the colours, hear the noise, and I think it really drove the boys on. You could feel the energy coming in, and we're thinking we're going to get off to a fast start, and when you go 1-0 down, 4 minutes on the clock, you're thinking, ooh, could be a long night, but I mean, the boys showed great character. The fans stuck with us throughout, and they got their rewards in the end.
Huntsville City with a 2-1 win over the top team in the East, Crown Legacy FC. It was a magical night here in Huntsville. I'm Michelle Montaigne with MLS Next Pro. We'll see you next time.
That capped off an exciting Friday, but Sunday was not to be left out. We had a wild one in the Eastern Conference and drama in the Western Conference. Justin Galante saw Philadelphia take on New England Sunday afternoon, and John Gross takes us through North Texas versus Houston in the nightcap.
It is Bayraktarovic, deflected and in! Bulma, a bit sloppy on his touch. This one sent forward, it's Donovan once again. Donovan scores! Just past the midway point here in the first half. Donovan again with some space, puts it into the middle. Free man on the back post! Bit strong on the first touch, a little too heavy, couldn't control it. Raffanello, oh, what a touch! And Donovan has made it 3-1 Philly. Bayraktarovic with a goal today. Esmir Bayraktarovic having one, he scores! Marcos Diaz flips it towards the middle. Rivera for Bayraktarovic, it's 3! And New England has come all the way back!
St. T rips it on frame and finds the back of the net. As Gonzalez tees one from distance. What a goal! Rios, central feed. There is space for Reed, and he's done it. The Arlington native in his home city. It's saved! Andrew Pannenberg. The Academy product, Juarez, can win it. And he does!
What a couple of games in Week 9 of the MLS Next Pro, especially right at the very end with that game winner that we saw in Philadelphia. So the Revolution getting the win over the Union 2-4-3, a couple of shootouts along with North Texas and the Dynamo, St. Louis City 2 and Sporting KC. And we mentioned earlier, LA Galaxy 2, a 2-0 win over the Portland Timbers 2, their second win of the season. Before we end May, we want to spend some time with the MLS Next Pro April Coach of the Month, Eric Boucher of Colorado. Samara Perez had a chance to catch up with the Western-leaning Rapids 2 manager.
Hi there, we are back with a new edition of MLS Next Pro's Coach's Corner. I am Samara Perez. Joining us from Colorado Rapids 2 is our first recipient of Coach of the Month in 2023, Head Coach Eric Boucher. Coach, welcome and thank you so much for making time for us today.
Happy to be here.
You found a way
okay? And that's what winners do. Build the culture. Keep building the culture of winning. Keep believing. Keep, for God's sakes, expecting. And great things can happen. I am proud of you. Well done tonight.
Coach, we first want to congratulate you on receiving this recognition as April's Coach of the Month. How do you feel to receive this accolade?
Well, I think it's always nice to be recognized. I think for me, I've tried to take it in that if it's bringing positive attention to the club and to our program specifically, that it's a good thing. So the guys have certainly put us in a position for some of the individuals to get the recognition, and so for that, we're humbled, but certainly very pleased.
Coach, and you speak about some of the guys that have helped, and we just spoke to Yosuke. What can you tell us about his performance and his character on and off the pitch?
Yeah, he's an impressive young man. You know, I think he is, we talk a lot about players' ability to make an impact and then making an impact consistently. And Yosuke is a player who could do that. The character with which he plays, the work, the blue-collar component he brings on a daily basis, training, games, is impressive. It's a part of who he is. His character runs very deep. He's a good person off the field. He's a good teammate in every aspect. And this year, more so than last year even, he's put points on the board. You know, so now it's not just a coach saying, or even a teammate saying how well Yosuke is doing or how well he's working. He's getting rewarded through goals and assists, and now he's gaining accolades as a result of that. And he's deserving of it. And he was likely deserving of it last year as well, but he has a little bit more backing this year because of what he's done and what the team has been able to help him accomplish.
Coach, you guys have had an amazing run so far, and you have completely turned things around from compared to last season's first month. To what do you attribute your team's remarkable start this season?
Yeah, the players had a very positive preseason. There's been a lot of work put in. We were able to gain some success during our preseason period. Both in terms of how he performed, but also in terms of results. So I think that was really positive for the guys, you know, and then, yeah, I'd like to say it's all training and it's all hard work, but really we had a couple wonderful results early in the year, some late comebacks, injury time goals, you know, and those things help promote belief. And belief, I think, is a very powerful tool. And right now, I think it's, you know, you say a couple things there. It's a positive run, and it is a start, and it's no more than that. But we're trying to build on that run and build on that positive start. And the guys believe they can do that. So where there's confidence, belief can grow. And right now, we have both. And both are a byproduct, though, of the work that the players are putting in on a consistent basis. And so for that, I'm really proud. You know, we're also able to bring back a core group to bring the experiences, albeit some of them very difficult from last year. And then we have a couple new personalities and characters in the group that have added experience and talent. So those things you put together, that helps us be where we're at today.
Coach, one more before we let you go. What are the aspirations for you and your team in this season of MLS Next Pro?
Well, to keep going, first and foremost. And, you know, we talked about it this morning in our pre-training meeting. You know, there's motivation has to last not for the first, 7 or 8 games, but for 28 games. And if we're fortunate enough, 28 plus a few more. Then ultimately, we look at helping individuals achieve their goals. And that is the priority. And I think one reason we've been able to garner some success this season is because we've brought in a group of individuals who have shared belief and power in the element of being a team. But until the team helps the individuals get to where they want to go, we really haven't achieved the purpose of our program. And it's because of that I'm confident that our motivation will remain high. It needs to remain high to win in what I think is a very difficult league. So ultimately it's about progressing individuals, and I think if we can do that both in the near term and long term, then we'll have done something special.
Coach, well, we wish you and the team much success for the rest of the season, and congratulations once again on your recognition.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, and thank you everyone for tuning in to this feature and this edition of Coach's Corner. I'm Samara Perez.
What a great interview. I can't wait to see who's going to be named the Coach of the Month in May as we welcome you back to Blaine, Minnesota, the National Sports Center Center Stadium, halftime here. 1-1 between Minnesota United FC2 and LA Galaxy 2. Danny Wall on hand, and it was a pretty aggressive first half from both sides, but it started with Los Dos with the first goal. But you're already seeing how the Loons were trying to find some openings. I mean, look at this. Great ball movement inside from Cameron Lacey, was just a tad high atop the crossbar in what was the first true attack of the game this evening. And it just continued and rolled into the next couple of minutes for LA Galaxy 2, but you just see there were so many chances there by Minnesota United FC2. A total of 12 shots in the first half by the Loons, but this is when things started to change. So a nice pass on the outside. There's a cross. They ended up being called on the recoil, getting that first goal, taking advantage of Fred Emmings, the goalkeeper for the Loons. But a couple of corner kicks later for Minnesota United FC2, and the header to even this matchup at one apiece from Britton Fisher on the assist by Diogo Pacheco. So as you see in the first half, the Galaxy 2 have had more possessions than the Loons, but MNUFC2, 12 shots, 5 shots on target, and a ton of corner kicks, 8 corner kicks compared to none in the first half for Los Dos. You see both teams accurate on their passing, just one yellow card that was given out to Aaron Bibu of G2. And not many fouls, but a couple of offsides from the Galaxy 2, just trying to find a way to retake the lead after they had it for a brief couple of minutes in the first half. So as we've seen what both teams can do in the first 45 minutes, no stoppage time in the first. We'll see how they do in the next 45 as the Loons and Los Dos get ready to begin this second half. Galaxy 2, as we've mentioned a couple of times throughout the first, a couple of days removed from their second win of the season, a 2-0 win over the Portland Timbers 2, and MNUFC2, 10 days of rest, and that can explain why they have been more aggressive, having more fresh legs since their last game on the 14th against the Tacoma Defiance. And both teams on the outside looking in of the Western Conference, with Minnesota United FC2 currently at 9th in the West, and G2 a couple of spots below, currently sitting at 12th. So one substitution, for the Loons here to start this second half. Bringing in Carlos Leatherman. Leatherman, the 5'5" player from Ethiopia, was the starting right back in the last matchup for the Loons against Tacoma Defiance. So he will come in for Mikel Marquez. And we'll see how making that change in the back line at the right back spot works out for the Loons as they get ready for this second half. No substitutions for the Galaxy 2. So we'll see how their starting 11 fares in this second half. Once again, our officials, Greg Dopka, the head referee, Melissa Gonzalez, the assistant, Eric Wood and Brian Wood, the assistants as well. Galaxy 2 in their visiting white kits. with Simon Gilson in neon green. MNUFC2 in their gray home kits with Fred Emmings in neon orange. And away we go to begin the second half from Blaine, Minnesota in the National Sports Center. So Leatherman in for Marquez, the official substitution to begin. And the Loons will send it to Emmings. I was really intrigued when I spoke with some of the personnel for Minnesota United FC2 as to why they were nicknamed the Loons, is because they are perched up on top of buildings everywhere around town. I guess you can say they're getting a nice bird's eye view of this match. Just a second home match this season for Minnesota United FC2. Long pass inside the attacking third. Looking to take the lead. Cedric Gibo going back and forth, and now a touch pass out to CC Uche. From the back line, here's Britton Fisher, scored the one goal for the Loons in the first half. Interesting to see how many shots MNUFC2 gets here in the second. 12 in the first. Inside the 18, it was too far into the hands of Simon Gilson. For Los Dos, can they keep this same productivity and remain consistent from Sunday? Bibu lost it. Fisher. Now to Gibo. Manuel had some good crosses in the first. Working his way through. Sends it back. Jesse Kahn. Here's Leatherman. Inside the 18, knocked away. Pacheco was looking for his 7th goal this year. Recovered by the Loons. Gibo, one of the center mids here in this 4-3-3 set for the Loons. Leatherman back up to Gibo. On the far side. An angled across. And that is out of play. So while we see the Loons become more aggressive for Los Dos, they maintain possession of the ball over 60% in the first half, 63 to be exact. G2 on the move. Tellez on the far side, looking up for Bibo, deflected by Fisher. Correction, Bibu there. Working through the back line. Steele in the attacking third. Looking for an angle to cross, and good defense as a player just runs into the wall and falls. No stopping. We play on. Pacheco. He has an assist already in this match. Going wide for Iwe. Driscoll passes it back. Now working inside, G2 on the deflection. At the center line. Galaxy 2 on the move, going near side. Axel Picasso. Now over to Tellez, the cross, and nobody home. Gonna send it back out. Correction, that was Elijah Amadine. Was on that initial pass. Los Dos will reset. As this matchup, part of a doubleheader to kick off Week 10 in MLS Next Pro. And this league continuing to grow in year 2. 7 new teams entering the fold in 2023, making for an extremely competitive season this year. Inside the 18, knocked away by the Loons. Stolen right back by Los Dos. Amadine. Working through. Amadine, the cross. Header! No, wide left. So that is about the first shot we've really seen in this second half. It's almost done some damage. And look at this. Galaxy 2 will have their first corner kick of the match. They had none in the first compared to the Loons' 8. See how this first corner fares. Knocked out. Good defensive stop there by MNUFC2. Now Los Dos will reset, sending it back to Gilson. Patience here from G2. From Galaxy 2. Elijah Amadine. And that ball is sent deep by Gilson. Galaxy have it. Wrapping around is Saldana. Out of play. Galaxy 2 will keep. We spoke with Galaxy 2 head coach Marcelo Sarvas. He said, you know, the big key to victory was to score first for sure, and that's what Los Dos did in the opening minutes with their goal. They were scored by Juan Calderon. And he also said that when you're leading, it's easier to control the moments of the game, and we really saw that in the first half by Galaxy 2. But once Minnesota United FC2 started getting into some repetitive corner kicks, they found a way to find the equalizer, led by Britton Fisher. Now the Galaxy 2 on the move, in the attacking third. Long shot off the hands of Emmings. Popped that one in the air, and a great save for the Loons. Beautiful shot from about 20 yards out. Just could not convert. So now we'll see the second corner kick from Los Dos. Corner, headed out of play. Once again, another defensive stop by the Loons. Galaxy 2 will maintain possession. On the outside, working in, and there's going to be a foul on Calderon. It'll be a free kick. And rather, Fisher will send it back to Emmings. And will wrap it around to Uche. Driscoll. Pushing up across the center line. On the far side. Iwe. Inside the 18. Iwe. Looking for an angle to cross and deflected. First corner kick of the second half for MNUFC2, but they're 9th overall in this match. Can the Loons take the lead in their second home match of the season? Header! Oh, out of play. A good look. You look here again inside. CC Uche almost put the Loons up. Whistle. A little bit of chippiness on the pitch. Only one yellow card given out, and that was to Aaron Bibu for Galaxy 2. Amadine, far outside. Knocked out of play by the Loons. Good job there by Devin Paddleford. Calderon. The pass. No whistle. Galaxy 2 want one. They won't get one. Senga. Touch pass over to Saldana. Now gets it right back. Here's some pressure. The Loons gonna steal. It's good passing. Now Isinga, excuse me. Gets it right back from Tellez. Fisher lost it, recovered by Pacheco. Pacheco on the move, has space in the 18, cross, deflected. Good job to keep the ball in play by Leatherman. Pacheco cuts inside, another cross, too far, looking for Iwe. Iwe gonna keep that one in play. Iwe covered by Adrian Gonzalez for Galaxy 2, fight for possession. And it's won by Los Dos. Adrian Gonzalez, the heart and soul of the back line. It's a great feature piece on Gonzalez, along with one of the assistants for the Galaxy 2. A chance here for the Loons. Cross deflected, stolen, top of the box, shot, deflected again. Second chance, no. Galaxy 2 get it out of harm's way. Foul, possession, Los Dos. Some quick looks in that possession by the Loons. Galaxy 2 playing keep away, and now it's stolen. Here's a shot, rather scooped up, collision, ball still in play. Stolen again by the Loons, cross, good deflection. Once again, Simon Gilson, what awareness. The Loons were trying to find a way to creep their way inside. And possession would go back to Minnesota United FC2. Take a look at this again. It was Cedric Gibo and then Cameron Lacey, the striker for this club. Couldn't get it. Now on the other end, a foul. All it takes is one opening. And that was a good steal and look by Cedric Gibo for MNUFC2. And Gibo got high praise from head coach Cameron Knowles. He wasn't on the field last week against Tacoma Defiance, but Coach Knowles says that Gibo gives the team good presence in the midfield and almost did some damage. Leatherman, the throw. Nice passing, touch pass up front, Pacheco. Good job defensively by Gonzalez. Coach Sarvis knew that Pacheco had to be checked at all times, knowing that he was one of the impact players for the Loons. Leatherman over to Gibo. Gibo at the center line finds O'Driscoll. Near side, Leatherman. It was off the official. Deflecting off of the assistant referee, Melissa Gonzalez. Throw in for Galaxy 2. Now Fisher. Looking inside the 18, headed away. Good save there by the Loons. Driscoll, excuse me. Uche directing traffic. Fisher towards the middle. The Khan. Patience here by the Loons. Driscoll. Jibo. Able to find some space in the attacking third. Can Jibo do it? Inside Iwe. Back outside the Uche. You got to give credit to the defense here by the Galaxy too, just making it extremely difficult here for the Loons. Just like that. The recoil. Inside the 18, knocked loose. Midway through the second half, still tied at 1. Juan Calderon scored the first goal in the 10th minute for Galaxy 2. Braden Fisher found the equalizer for Minnesota United FC2, and possession will stay with the Loons. Still no substitutions for Los Dos. We saw one from the Loons to start the second half. Carlos Leatherman coming in for Mikel Marquez. Now the Galaxy trying to regain possession. It's been a minute since we've seen an offensive set by Los Dos. Possessions have been controlled by Minnesota throughout most of the second half. Inside the 18 again, and it's knocked loose. I mean, this defense for Los Dos has been stout throughout this half. Keeping an eye on Diogo Pacheco at all times. Emmanuel Iwe has been trying to find a good angle to cross. Now Pacheco here. Nice pass. Leatherman the cross. Shot, block, goal! Just like that, the Loons up 2-1. It took some time to break through that Galaxy 2 defense, but patience worked out for the Loons, and they lead 2-1. Emmanuel Iwe inside the box. Take a look again. Started with Pacheco, then a Leatherman just running all the way up, finds a crossing Emmanuel Iwe, who puts it through with the left foot. Iwe with his third goal of the season. So Iwe's goal as of now will be the game-winning goal for the Loons if they can hang on to this 2-1 lead. It took some time. You got to give credit to Simon Gilson for the Galaxy 2. He made some great defensive stops and even got the first shot inside the 18 off the pass from Leatherman. But the resiliency of Emmanuel Iwe to stick with it even after the first shot didn't work. As Elias says, at first you don't succeed, you pick yourself up and try again. And that's what Iwe did. So now for the Galaxy 2 on the move. Amadine, cross, too far right. Corner kick for Los Dos. More corner kicks for Los Dos here in the second half. That ball high in the air and out of play. What a difference the two halves make. The Loons have been incredibly aggressive. 6 shots in the second half, just to 1 for LA Galaxy 2. teams possibly increase their lead. Gilson, gotta be careful. Gets it out of harm's way. Leatherman thought about keeping that one in play. Instead, will let it roll out. Seems like both teams are getting ready to make some substitutions. This will be the first set of substitutions for the Galaxy 2 in this match overall. Pacheco rotating to the far side. Driscoll goes down. There's a foul. Driscoll has been everywhere for MNUFC2 throughout this game. So Emmanuel Iwe making his way off the pitch after scoring what could be the game-winning goal. And coming in will be Juan Mosquera. And a couple of subs for Galaxy 2.
Checking in for number 38, Axel Picasso. Also checking in number 70, Nicholas Dunbar. Replacing number 65, Juan Calderon.
Those will be a free kick for the Loons. And the official players coming in for LA Galaxy 2, Mateo Carbone, Nicholas Dunbar, and Sergio Villapano. And then Juan Mosquera in for Emmanuel Iwe for the Loons. So the players out for the Galaxy, Brandon Tellez, Juan Calderon, and Axel Picasso. So we'll see what Sergio Villapando will do. The 18-year-old was initially supposed to start this game, then the Galaxy 2 made a change leading into the opening minutes. So play resumes. Free kick for the Loons. And deflected. Gonzalez sails that one down the pitch. Uche gets it back. Driscoll. Now Pacheco. Inside O'Driscoll. Near side to Jesse Kahn. Leatherman working inside. O'Driscoll on the move. In the attacking third. In the box. And stolen by the Galaxy 2. So now Los Dos on the counter. And sent away as Villapando tried to work his way through. And a foul. So all we have a moment. A big congratulations to Nicholas Dunbar for LA Galaxy 2, making his professional debut at 18 years old from Long Beach, California. We'll try to provide a spark in the midfield for Los Dos. Mateo Carbone appearing in his 5th game this season for Los Dos, and for Villapando, 4th game of the year. Galaxy 2 love to give their academy players an opportunity to play on the Los Dos level. One of the players that really stood out in the Sunday win over Portland 2 was Ruben Ramos Jr. He scored 2 goals on the year, but scoring a goal in that matchup on Sunday, the first of the game. 75 minutes have gone by in this midweek matchup. This broadcast is presented by Alina Health, official healthcare provider of MNUFC2. Galaxy 2 just 2 shots in the second half. Can they tie this match up here in the 76th minute? Header and knocked away by the Loons. Kept by Los Dos. Saldana. Now moving through the back line. Javier Zapian. Up top. A good pass by Dunbar on the far side. Long shot, header, goal! Just like that, we're tied at 2. It was only a matter of time before Los Dos would find their way to break through just minutes after Minnesota United FC2 took the lead. A good pass by Dunbar on the outside. And inside on that header, who other than Aaron Bibu. Bibu with his 5th goal of the year.
Scoring for LA Galaxy 2 in the 77th minute. Number 73, Aaron Bibo.
So as we're making our way towards the final 10 to 15 minutes of play, it's all going to be about who has the hot hand going in, or could we see this matchup go to penalty kicks? Both of these teams desperately need the 3 points to move up the Western Conference standings. If you can, you want to try to put this one to bed rather than give your opposing team at least a point while you get a point and then fighting just for a second point in penalty kicks. One of the newest rules in the second season of the MLS Next Pro, and I think it's great because, you know, there are so many teams that, you know, you fight for 90 minutes even more, and you know, going out with a draw is not what you want. It's something that you'll take, which means you played okay enough. But now getting a chance to win in the via penalty kicks, to add a second point, it's a silver lining and would be beneficial more so for the Galaxy here. But the Galaxy 2, want to come out with 3. And a good job by Bibu, evening the score up at 2 apiece. Gibo going inside. Cameron Lacey lost it. Correction, it's Juan Mascara there. That ball sails out of play. Possession goes to Los Dos. Coach Marcelo Sarvis for Los Dos talked about how Bibu has been a big resource for this team, and it kind of works out. He said every time we're in trouble, we find him to give our players a chance to breathe, and he wished that Bibo could score some more goals. He's been in a lot of offensive situations where, there you go, Bibu racking up goal number 5 on the season. Out of bounds. Possession stays with Galaxy 2. Bibu couldn't keep that one in play. Good defense there by Britton Fisher. Leatherman throws it in. Sails it. And there's a foul. Some confusion there. Cameron Lacey didn't think He should have been called for a foul. Inside the final 10 minutes of the second half. We'll see how much extra time we'll have as well. Across the center line. Here we go. Villalpano, pass inside, cross into the hands of Emmings. I'll tell you what, while it's been a 2-2 game throughout, both goalkeepers, Fred Emmings for Minnesota United FC2 and Simon Gilson for LA Galaxy 2, have had some tremendous performances in this game. For Emmings, coming off of his first shutout, or having one shutout on the year, to Gilson, coming off of his first shutout. Both of these keepers have also started in almost every game. Villalpano, one-on-one. Can he get through past Leatherman? Looking for an angle to cross. Leatherman, great defense. Steals that ball from underneath. And now the Loons are on the move. O'Driscoll in open field. Looking for one more. Can he get it? Instead, Los Dos find Gilson to sail it away. Didn't get far. Another Loon steal. This time Nicholas Dunbar there. It seems like MNUFC2 getting ready to add some more substitutions, some fresh legs entering these final minutes. This game is decided by penalty kicks. I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see who's going to be lined up for each side, unless either side can find a way to get a game-winning goal. I mean, we saw the highlights during halftime between the New England Revolution and Philadelphia FC2. The 4-3 win at the final seconds of stoppage time. It's a great way to highlight Week 9 in MLS Next Pro as Week 10 begins today with this matchup, one of the two games being played. Full slate of games tomorrow. And a chance here for the Loons, knocked out of play, no whistle. Los Dos has it. Foul, possession Galaxy 2.
Substitution for MNUFC2 in the 84th minute. Leading the bench, number 40, Cedric.
So as we enter the 85th minute of play, a couple of players making their way in for the first time in this game.
Entering the game, number 67,
Loic Masanvi checking in for Malik Khan. And also Zaydan Bello checking in for MNUFC2. Bibu across the middle. Inching more and more to the final minutes of this match. O'Driscoll with the steal. Bello just came in, got his first touch. Possession Loons. Wasting no time. Leatherman. MNUFC2 rotating to the far side. In their black and gray kits. Leatherman trying to work his way past Villapando. Excuse me. Some solid defense there. Possession goes back to Galaxy 2. Long kick kept in play. Bibu lost it. Fisher getting it back for the Loons. Bibu gets the pass. Galaxy 2 trying to work their way through. Can they find an opening? Bibu towards center field. Good pass from Alcala. On the move, pass deflected, and that will one hop to Emmings. Time running out. Here's Pacheco. Open space. Got to be careful. Pacheco, nice touch. Inside the 18, shot! Goal! Emmanuel Iwe, his second goal of the night, and puts the Loons up 3-2 over Galaxy 2. Diogo Pacheco, already an assist tonight, has open space, a beautiful touch pass to find the cutting Iwe, and Iwe with a rocket. Gets lifted up by Cameron Lacey, and the rest of his teammates will follow. What a night for Emmanuel Iwe. Entered this game with 2 goals on the season. He has 2 goals tonight. And there's not going to be much time for Los Dos to recover. Only a couple minutes remain in this match. A foul and a player down for the Galaxy 2, and we could see a card. So rather Iwe scoring that go-ahead goal. How about Juan Mosquera with the potential game winner? You gotta remember Mosquera came in for Iwe. So Juan Mosquera coming in and providing a big spark off the bench, his second goal of the year. Now a free kick for the Galaxy 2. Gonzalez is going to take the shot. And just goes wide left past the outstretched hands of Emmings. You can see there again, it's a little bit too high. So the 20-year-old Juan Mosquera scoring the go-ahead goal, potentially the game winner, as Emmings looks to sail this one deep. Loons playing keep away here. And we're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time. So there's 3 minutes left for the Galaxy 2 to work their way back. Can they tie it up here late? Jilson's wasting no time. Whistle, possession stays with Galaxy 2. They can't sit here and argue, they gotta go. Zapian. Now give it to Jilson. And now a whistle. Jilson's trying to set this ball up to go. He does. In the 18, still in play. Good block. Britton Fisher kept that one out of play, excuse me. A big deflection there in the final minutes. Ooh, and got it off the head too. Corner kick coming up for Los Dos. Might be the final chance. Saldana inside the box. Still in play. Shot off the side post. Los Dos recovers. Just over a minute left. Another pass inside the box, headed away. And now advancing the ball upfield, the Loons. Less than a minute left. Gonzalez inside. Bibu is there in the middle. Inside the danger zone. Shot. Header. Oh, Emmings with the grab of the game. What a save here in the final moments. Bibu was in the mix trying to put a head on it. Had a couple of players fight for it. And then how about Emmings? Gets back in position. Wow. Coach Cameron Knowles said that Emmings has been better this year compared to last year, and that's a moment right there. A foul called. Possession Galaxy 2. They got to go, but they're not going to have enough time. That's going to do it. Minnesota, a 3-2 win over LA Galaxy 2. Juan Mosquera with the game-winning goal in the final minutes. What a matchup here in Minnesota. And here's the moment right here. It was Diogo Pacheco being able to find Juan Mosquera scoring that game-winning goal for the Loons. Tonight's man of the match is Juan Mosquera of Minnesota United FC2 and is presented by Adidas. What a way for the Loons to get 3 points and improve to 4-2-3 on the year. The Galaxy just days removed from their win against Portland and had a chance, a well-fought matchup, but it was the Loons, the Minnesota United FC2, being able to score the game-winning goal by Juan Mosquera. For our entire MLS Pro production crew, I'm Danny Wall, and once again our final score, Minnesota United FC 2-3, LA Galaxy 2-2. Don't forget, you can catch and watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. We'll see you tomorrow, and good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of MLS Next Pro may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.